We are live, everybody. What is going on, my man Pradeep?
Busy day, man. Busy day. Good
Dude,
things, though.
Cranking today. Cranking. It's like
Seems like we're both
nonstop
cranking here,
since
man.
7:30. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, my computer's just doing funny things here.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this to my group, and we're gonna get this show on the road. So, today we're talking about why do we need superfans. So last week we talked about more branding things, brand reputation, how to handle clients, how to handle client complaints, I should say. Today I want to flip it and kind of give you the the stage, if you will, because you are the Super Raving Vans coach. Like, you have this dialed in. This is your specialty. And so it is a great question because it may sound so obvious. Of course, every business needs raving fans, but there's more to it than just that, right?
Yeah, you would hope so. It actually reminds me of an English exam in high school. It's funny. It's a quick story here, where the professor was asking us to write an essay about something, and the question was, why something, something, something? And I remember one of the students, the funniest thing, his answer was, in 2 words, why not? And that was his entire essay, and he actually aced it. It was the funniest thing. Yeah, so that just reminds me of that question. Why wouldn't you want superfans? Yeah. But honestly, it really comes down to there's a really good book out there that I would recommend everybody to read. One is Superfans, How to Create Unwavering Customer Loyalty. But the other one is 1,000 True Fans by Kevin Kelly. And if you haven't read it, you should read it because it goes into more detail about what a small, tight-knit group of clients, of superfans, can really do for your business. And if you take a look at it from a business perspective, what do we struggle with the most? It really is A, servicing clients, and B, trying to figure out where we balance our time, right? That's a business owner's biggest challenge is, okay, where do we spend time finding new clients, or do we spend time servicing our clients? And I would say, you know what? The best use of our time is actually doing what we're good at, which is servicing our clients. Yeah. And so superfans are those clients that are totally loyal to your business, that are the ones that continuously buy from you. And not only that, they're the ones that are waiting for you to come up with new products or services and lining up across, down the block for you to come up with something new because they're such loyal fans. Yeah. And there's so many reasons why I would encourage everybody to create super fans, but I'm going to kind of throw it back to you because I know you have a number of other questions as well, Henry. I don't want to take up too much time here.
No, it's cool. Listen, you're going in the right direction. But, one of the things that I realized was it's a lot harder to acquire a new client than it is to work with an existing client. And so a lot of us, because, and I don't know if you and I talked about this, but I saw this come through my desk, my computer recently. It was like, everyone is so juiced up about marketing because it's a gazillion dollar a year business, but nobody focuses in on the low-hanging fruit of customer experience, customer connection, having your customers be brand ambassadors for you. And then there was another quote. One of my clients this morning, they said, there's no Facebook genius that's going to finagle Facebook to get me more clients than a great word of mouth.
Yeah,
there is
bingo.
nothing that beats that.
Hey man, did you read my post this morning? Because that's exactly what it was about. It was funny. It was all about...
That's what I knew it came across somewhere. I just didn't know, because I am a content junkie. I read tons of shit.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where certain things come from sometimes, but yes, that's where I read it.
You know, and that's exactly what it was pointed at, is really everybody's so focused on marketing and getting new clients that they forget, you know, research, stats. We're talking about hundreds of years worth of knowledge when it comes to business, all show that the true success of businesses comes from client retention. And it comes from word of mouth. It comes from those super fans spreading the word about you being an amazing business or your business being amazing. That's the true success of business. And what social media has done is just made it that much easier for people to be able to spread that word.
Exactly. I mean, it's very, very simple to do this now. Now you click share and boom, right? And so I want to encourage, like Carla Andino, one of my old Brand Accelerator, Branding on Demand clients. She just joined the live, and Vincent and Mezzatesta. That's a nice Italian name. Nice, cool solid name. Italian name. David Joyle. I want to encourage all of you guys, if you have questions or comments, to drop them in the comments, because this is just not a show about me and Pradeep BSing about certain topics in our industry. We want to get you guys involved. We want you to become part of the show. We want you to bring in some of the questions and concerns and thoughts that are in your head that we can help you with, that we can address. We're not just coming up. We don't do these shows every day or every week to hear ourselves talk.
No,
we do
absolutely.
it because we want to bring you guys in on it. So, you know, so why do we need super fans? Like, not only to sustain our businesses, but what about like on the reputation side of things? Because, you know, I have to tell you, and I said this in last week's call, you know, if you don't have a great brand reputation, then you're not going to have a fan base, right? Yeah. But then what if somebody does try to do something ridiculous to you, like try to do a smear campaign against you or something like that, right? Your raving super fans are going to come to your rescue, if you will. Or I shouldn't say rescue, I should say defense.
I call it PR defense.
PR defense. Yeah, so talk about PR defense for me for a second.
Oh, it's huge. If you take a look at it, hey, you're a prime example, man. Look what happened to you. You didn't even have to do anything. You basically educated your clients in terms of what was happening, and they all came to your defense. And listen, as business owners, we all face those challenges. There is no business out there that doesn't screw up, that doesn't have a customer complaint, that may be valid or not valid, but it happens. And it's so important because a single person, a single unhappy client can tell 20 people. And so it's important for you to have, hey,
well, how about when somebody does what they did to me and sends 5,000 of my Facebook friends a message, a hate message about me, like that's a serious problem. It is huge. That's a big problem, you know, where you get like family members were contacting me like, Henry, did somebody hack you? Like, it was that crazy, right? And so now if you don't have those fans to sort of come to your help, like, it's you against 5,000 people that potentially may or may not ever do business with you again because they got some message. Now, clearly the message showed that like somebody had a hard on for me and they wanted to just do whatever they could to hurt me. You know what I mean? So people see right through that shit too. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, those fans is what, and I'll be honest with you, those fans are what really got me through those couple of days better than I would have done without them. Because I am a human being, and human beings are emotional creatures. And emotional creatures have feelings. So despite whatever was true or not, or what was said, it stung.
Yeah. And if you take a look at it on the flip side, man, defense is awesome. But also, as well as being a business owner, we realize that we got to fork out cash for marketing and sales efforts. So if you have super fans, think about it. And I used to run a marketing division with a fairly large marketing budget. You know, we're talking about 7 figures plus. So when we did the analytics, we realized that 50% of those dollars going out there in marketing, actually, you might as well be gambling because they don't go anywhere. They pretty much are, it's like hitting a target that doesn't exist. That's where marketing dollars go. If you're lucky enough to find the target market, then you're using the rest of your 50% towards them. And stats show that if you find the right target market, they're 25% likely to purchase. So take a look at that. All the money that you're putting out there to find the right target in the first place, and then only to realize that when you do find them, there's a 25% chance of them buying, that's pretty slim. But if you take a look at your existing clients, your super fans, they're 3 times more likely. They're up to 80-90% likely to purchase from you again. So where is it worth it for you to put your money? And look at what those people do. You're getting free marketing dollars from your super fans. You're getting free PR. You know, you can't beat that in terms of value. So the amount of time, effort that you put into converting a client into a super fan pays you back tenfold eventually at the end of the day.
I love it. I love it. I love it. The other thing that I regret, we're getting a lot of different comments coming in from different groups, so I'm trying to field them all. But one of the people, Magnetic Speakers, so Jess Toddfeld, he's the admin of Magnetic Speakers. I believe so. I'm not sure, so don't quote me, Magnetic Speakers. But they said, you know, speakers take notice about building tribe. You know, it's all about building tribe. And then the other person in another group just commented that if you're not building out Facebook groups with tons of existing clients as members inside of them, you're missing the community building part, the fan building part of building brand, which I found to be. So I have a Facebook group. It's called the Brand Doctors Hangout. And I tell everybody to come over there and just hang out. That's what it is. It's a hangout. There's about 360 of us in here, and we're constantly sharing ideas. I'm constantly posting these lives, and however I can provide value to them, I'm in there doing that thing. And that's something that a lot of people are sort of missing the boat on, just for the simple fact that I just don't think that they're knowledgeable of the resources that are right underneath their nose when it comes to building your raving fan base.
Yeah, if you think about it. So one of the ways you could easily accelerate the process of creating a super fan is really have them interact with your existing super fans. And you just nailed it right there. Is that community is what helps out. And that's why subscription-based businesses, membership-based businesses are becoming so popular now, is because people are able to share those ideas, and it's a lot easier to create superfans. You have a support of a community rather than just support of one business.
Right. And that's going to spread a lot faster than you trying to do this all on your own. You know what I mean? You have to get out there, and you have to spend time with the people that truly value you. So I get asked for favors all the time, okay? And I tell people I only do favors for two types of people. One is you have to be blood related to me or my wife, okay?
Yeah.
And you have to be a client that has spent a decent amount of money with me for me to do you a favor, okay? That's it. That's it. Like, and it's, maybe it sounds a little selfish, but like, those are the people that you need to pay attention to the most. Or the people that have helped you along the way in your entrepreneurial journey.
Well, Henry, that's a great point, because that's what Kevin's book is all about, the 1,000 true fans. You're way better off having a core group of people. It's like that same question. If I asked you, would you rather have 1,000 friends or 100 close, tight-knit friends? And so it goes back to your time and effort and resources. And as a business owner, the job of a business owner is to make effective decisions on how you utilize your resources.
That's correct.
And that means who you service and what types of clients you service and how well you service them. Now, we all have clients that just do a little bit of business with us, and you should still give them the respect that they deserve and give them the best experience possible. And then we also have those clients that are super fans, and they're the ones that are completely loyal and would be willing to do anything for us. Mm-hmm. And those are the ones that you want to have that one-on-one relationship with. They're the ones that you want to go that little extra mile for, like you said, do those favors for, because they will appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And they will stick with you, and they will be loyal with you, and they will refer. Mm-hmm. So let's not talk about, let's not forget about if you're not going to do it for any other reason, but referrals. Like that whole word of mouth is amazing. When you create a super fan and you start getting referrals from these people that you don't have to pay for, man, that is awesome. Mm-hmm. That's when you know you're on the right track.
Mm-hmm. Seth Godin has a great book, Paul Sabash says, called Tribes. I mean, Seth, I read part of that book and I got some great value out of it. And that it's so true. And it says, Paul Sabash also says, taking time and making time gives you credibility to the group, right? So if you're inside of your group and you're connecting and you're spending the time with them, listen, guys, at the end of the day, this is very, very basic relationship building stuff, right? It's you treat people the way you want to be treated, and two, it all comes down to how much you care about those people and your ability to communicate that on a consistent basis. Not just speak it, but do it. Because what's louder, your actions or your words?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's another point when you talk about actions and you talk about words. When you have that core group of super fans, they're the ones that actually give you those little nuggets. They're the ones that give you those great ideas, right? They're the vocal ones that say, hey, look, Henry, have you ever thought about doing this or adding this to your product? So if you want some great insight, look towards your super fans.
Listen, let's make this really real right now. Yesterday, you and I had a conversation offline. It was just we were doing some strategy stuff together. And you went in on some of the marketing and some of the emails, because I do a daily email to my list, and you were talking about some of that, how that impacts you. Now, you're a Brand Accelerator client, so I'm listening loud and clear to what it is that you're telling me, right? Your clients will give you the best feedback in the world. And it cost me nothing to hear it from you yesterday, which was priceless in my opinion. But you said something to me that just hit. And you said that email that you sent out this morning was a couple of things. And I'm going to tell you, it was a little long, and I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to read that long email. That was great insight. Number 2. Great conversation, Henry, but what do you want me to get out of this? What do you want me to do? What's the end result? What's the outcome? I was like, shit, I missed them both, didn't I, on that? So now I got this sticky note the size of a 57-inch flat screen TV on my desk that says outcome and results. Pradeep just saved me thousands of dollars in consulting, right?
Yeah. If you want to make
by just giving me the feedback.
Yeah, you want to save yourself a lot of time, money, heartache, and headache? Take some of your super fans out for lunch, dinner, have a focus group, go on a Zoom call, ask them, get their honest feedback, and they're going to tell you. And trust me, take notes. Just like you said, it's valuable, it's priceless information that's going to take your business to a completely different level. This is where most business owners don't take advantage of their clients. And if you have super fans in the first place, you're ahead of the game. But take it one step further and actually get information from them, get that insight from them, because it's only going to help you at the end of the day. And someone said this. I was working with one of my clients, and this is a typical reaction that I get from some of the business owners out there, and even some of my clients. They say, you know what? I'm pretty sure I got super fans. I'm like, okay, cool. That's awesome. Like, how many? Well, I'm not sure, but I know, or I'm pretty sure that I got super fans. Okay, first of all, you got to tell me who your super fans are to know that you have super fans.
Yeah.
Second, it's always a good idea to have your finger on the pulse, to have a sense of, okay, how much of your client base, if you got 1,000 clients in total, do you have 10% that are super fans? Do you have 5%? And then the last question I typically ask is, okay, so how many referrals do you get from your super fans? And this is where I get a lot of crickets. This is where, you know you have super fans when you get those referrals coming in, and it's an almost a done deal. It's not even, you don't even have to do anything. You're literally just saying, hey, sign on the dot here. Because the cool thing with super fans is that when they refer, they're referring people that are similar to them. Right? It's a similar profile. It's that whole, birds of a feather flock together. So if you already have a super fan that's buying from you, the people that they're referring are most likely going to buy from you as well. They already know the cost. They already know the value that you provide. They already know what it's like to do business with you because they've been told all that information by your super fan. So all you need to do is really close the deal.
And that there is such a under the nose yet so overlooked insight to getting the clients that you love to work with.
Yeah, man, I have a huge beef to pick, because that was part of my post this morning. Was everybody is spinning their wheels focused on getting new clients, and they're focused on marketing and getting new clients, and it's all because we've been trained this way. If you take a look at it, what is the most powerful thing in the business world or in the world in general? It's the marketing industry, because we're inundated by it. Look, the two biggest companies in the world, or at the top category, Google and Facebook. And what are Google and Facebook? They're basically advertising companies. That's what they've made their billions off of, is from advertising and marketing. So we're inundated by it as business owners, and that's where we naturally go to say, okay, if I want my business to be successful, I got to market like crazy, and I got to find new clients.
Well, let me. I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here. I want people to understand that there is, and there always will be, a natural churn and not attrition, but like a natural churn in your client base. Eventually they're going to grow up. Eventually they're going to sprout their own wings, and eventually they're going to fly away. And that you need to understand, that's just the nature of being in business. But there's plenty of opportunity to create a long-lasting relationship with clients that could last years, not just a couple of months. And it's sort of, I just wanted to get that out there. And I see Paul Sabachi has another, he says, no different than when at a club, The house buys you around. It endures you to the club. Giving superfans tips pays off because they feel engagement. Engagement on both sides is important. When you fail to recognize fans, they leave.
Yeah, great point.
Paul nailed it, Paul. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's one of the best ways to have a long-lasting relationship with a client? Mm-hmm. And it's one word: appreciation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's all it
and
is.
let's not forget. And I gotta be conscious of time, but let's not forget. There's all different types of super fans out there. There's fans that never spent a penny with you, but just love you, and they will shout you out forever, right? And then there's clients that did pay, the decent amount of investment with you, and they'll do the same. But don't forget those people out there that go above and beyond, that never paid you once, that go above and beyond and treat you, or they're your brand ambassador. And so, I don't want people to take what I said before out of context. 2 people I only do favors for, people that pay with me in my blood. Yes. But then let's not forget that third. It's the ones that truly care about you. Those are the ones that you should truly care about back. So I just want to make that clear. I don't close the door on people that really have helped me and truly helped me get to where I am today, because I didn't get here by myself. And those people will always have a spot. We may not talk every day, or we may not see each other every day, but they will always have a spot in my heart. And that's the deal. Like, you just have to pay attention to those people that matter the most. And
I think
that's going to get you the fans that you're looking for.
Yeah, and I think the last thing on that one, Henry, is really, you just nailed it. It's more than a business transaction when you have a super fan. It's a relationship. That's when you really know the difference. Is you feel that connection, that emotional side of working together, rather than it just being, hey, look, here's some money, give me your services or your product.
Bam. And so let's end it there, because that ends it on a real high note, and it ends it with some practical steps on how to build a raving super fan base. Because when you pay attention to the right things happen. Period. So have an awesome day, guys. If you have potential topics of shows that you want Pradeep and I to discuss, drop either of us a private message and let us know, or drop it in the comments here, and Pradeep and I will take a peek, and we'll make a show out of it. So you can catch these shows every Tuesday. I think we're going to change the time to 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so going forward, they're going to be 1 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. And Pradeep and I will be talking about building your brand and raving superfans to help you build a scalable business that will help you, live the life that you want to live, because that's what we are in business for, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, dudes, have an awesome day, and we'll catch you next week.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.